for this workout, we're going to be doing 6 of my favorite body weight back exercises. We're just going to do sets of 10 reps on each of these 6 exercises, and then you'll repeat that 3 times. The first exercise that we're going to get into is a full Superman. Lay down on your stomach with your arms stretched out over your head, and then the emphasis here is you're going to lift your chest and your knees up off of the ground. And notice that I didn't say feet. I want your knees to come up off of the ground. What you should feel here is you'll feel a ton of activation in your lower back muscles, specifically those erector spinae muscle groups. Also, I want you to focus on squeezing your butt to lift your legs up off of the ground, but then you're also going to get it up into kind of your mid-back as well, kind of right in and around the shoulder blade area as you're going up into that full extension. Again, we're shooting for about 10 reps of that one. Before we get into a similar exercise, just works muscles a little bit differently. I call this one a swimmer, or in Pilates, you'll hear this one referred to as a swimmer as well. Same prone position on your stomach with your arms stretched out over your head, and now instead of lifting both arms and both legs at the same time, we're going to be alternating lifting our right arm, left leg up off of the floor, and then left arm, right leg up off of the floor. You're going to do 10 raises on each side. Again, the emphasis here is similar muscles, however, you should feel this one a little higher in your back, also a little lower in your glute as you're able to push those a little bit higher up off of the floor. Again, looking for about 10 touches on each side, and then we're going to get into our next exercise. We'll stand up for this one. This is going to be, I call this one a wall angel. So stand with your back against the wall. So I want your hips, shoulder blades, and the back of your head up against the wall. Your heels can be out about 10 inches from the wall. Rotate your arms back until your knuckles touch the wall. I don't necessarily need your elbows to contact the wall. It's an added bonus if you can get them there. And then what you're going to do is just drag your knuckles from about ear height and then all the way up over your head to touch over your head, and then slowly return back down to that starting position. If done correctly, you're going to feel this one a ton in the muscles between your shoulder blades, also a little bit into the upper shoulders as well. This is one of my favorite exercises. I give this one to people all the time who have upper back pain, upper neck pain, and posture problems. It's a great way to get those rhomboids activated. Those are the muscles between your shoulder blades, and to kind of hold your head in a little bit better position. Hold your head and neck in a little bit better posture. Our next exercise is going to be a pike push-up. So you get down into this kind of down dog position, weight bearing through your feet and hands with your butt way up high in the air, and then you're going to lower your head, kind of your forehead down to the ground, and then return back to that upright position. The emphasis here is that I want you to feel this one in your lats, kind of underneath your shoulder blades, underneath your armpits a little bit in there as you're working to go through the push-ups. And again, it's not a straight up and down push-up. We're not using a ton of chest with this. Obviously, we are using some, but the emphasis is kind of in those posterior back muscles and even your rotator cuff muscles to an extent. All right, the next exercise we're going to get into, here's number 5 out of 6, is going to be a bridge. This is probably one of my favorite for low back pain, as it works so many of those low back muscles so effectively. Lay on your back with your knees bent, your feet are planted firmly on the ground. You're going to contract your glutes. So what I tell people is I want you to really squeeze your butt together and lift your hips up off of the ground about 6 to 8 inches. You'll see that at the top of that bridge, I've got a straight line, knees, hips, shoulders, all the way down. That's a nice straight line. And then slowly return to the starting position. Again, your emphasis here is contracting your glute muscles, so squeezing your butt together, and then you're also going to feel that one in the muscles in your lower back. Again, kind of that erector spinae group. Finally, we're going to get into some prone reverse flies. And so to perform this exercise, you'll lay on your stomach with your arms outstretched to the sides. And then what I want you to do is focus on lifting your chest up off of the ground and squeezing your shoulder blades together. This is one of my favorites to get those rhomboid muscles activated. Again, those are the muscles that sit between your shoulder blades. Your emphasis here, again, is really trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together as you lift your chest up off of the ground. Again, we're shooting for about 10 reps on this one, really trying to contract. The longer you hold it up at the top, the more effectively it's going to work. And so I tell people if you can even hold that for 2 to 3 seconds up at the top, really get a good squeeze going on, it's a great exercise. So there they are. That is our first set of each of those 6 exercises. You'll repeat that 2 more times.